Welcome back to another episode of On a Mission. I'm your host, Dr. Wendy Norfleet with Norfleet Integrated Solutions, and it is my pleasure to have with me the new Executive Director, Emmanuel Fortune of PS27 Foundation. Welcome, Emmanuel.
Thank you so much, Dr. Norfleet. I'm happy to be here.
And please call me Wendy.
Well, absolutely.
Emmanuel, I am intimately familiar with PS27. Okay.
Yes.
Not necessarily the foundation, which is a relatively new organization, correct?
Yes, that's right. That's right.
But I have participated in Female Founder Forum and Leadership Week.
Awesome.
And Jim knows that sometimes I have to get some advice from him, and I will reach out to him. But I think overall the staff and what you do is phenomenal.
Wonderful.
So tell us a little bit about the foundation and what you'll be overseeing.
Absolutely. So a pleasure to be here again. So PS27 Foundation is a startup foundation. You know, the work that PS27 Foundation has been doing over the last couple of years has been ongoing. So roughly 6 years of programming, mostly volunteer time from PS27 Ventures and the board. My responsibility will be to really build up the organization. So lay the foundation for our programs, our board structure and governance, develop a long-term strategy and plan, ensure the financial sustainability, and to elevate more of the program. So as you mentioned, we have Female Founders Forum. We also have Leadership Week. We'll be adding a new program this year called the Black Entrepreneurs Forum, which we're excited about.
I saw that online.
Yeah, it's a thrilling opportunity to launch this, especially given, you know, the cultural conversations we're having right now, creating access and opportunity. We've done that with female founders. We want to do that with Black entrepreneurs as well.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a little bit about that program since that's the one I'm not familiar with.
Sure.
Will that one be along the same lines as Leadership Week or be a little bit different?
Great question. So what we want to do is take the Female Founders Forum model. So it's a one-day program, roughly about 7 hours of programming. Mm-hmm. We want to bring in guest speakers, panels, to really just get folks to be empowered, believe that they can be founders, they can be small business CEOs who can create personal wealth, but also be creators and have ideas that they can launch here in Northeast Florida. And we want to connect them to resources. So we'll have a number of different folks along the size of our grand banquet hall, of our external area, and they'll be able to connect to services to just grow their business.
Okay, so it's information and kind of a meet and greet as far as like service providers.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so these will be service providers, hopefully, that are willing to work with startups, because there's a difference. I know when I was starting up, trying to find companies, work with your budget, work with what you need.
That's right.
You're not there. I mean, obviously, I expect to pay more when I need more, but right now I'm at this level, right?
That's a great point. Yeah, I think we've done a great job over the last couple of years finding folks who understand the startup environment, who understands what it means to be a small business CEO. And so they're very, very small business friendly. They're very startup friendly. And we've built our contacts across the community, across the state. And those folks are going to be showing up for our Black founders. And we'll have a really great premiere space called the Showcase. Mm-hmm. And what we plan to do is bring top founders from across the state to meet and greet with venture capital firms, with other capital providers. And that'll be sort of the marquee space. We'll have them talk about their, breakthrough ideas. Mm-hmm. And that's another sort of elevation of the event that'll be slightly distinct from Female Founders Forum.
Okay. So, wow.
Yeah.
I know the Female Founders Forum, I remember when it was in the small room in UNF, and that's now moved over to quite a bit larger.
Yeah.
I know the first one I was able to talk, I think, to almost everyone there. And so it's kind of grown since then. Yeah. But it's great to see the growth, though. And it's great to see so many phenomenal women come together and to hear from so many women that have really just taken an ideal and just made it grow.
Absolutely.
I was at an event that I heard Jill Scott.
Wow.
It's not Jill Scott. It's Kendra Scott. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Kendra Scott.
Yes.
Okay. And when she talks about her story, it's just so empowering, because a lot of times we see these CEOs and we say, oh, they're a success, but we don't know their backstory.
That's right.
And, she had a business that she had to close before she started with the jewelry. To hear that backstory, it's like, okay, she didn't give up. She, her ideal just wasn't the right time. She had to come up with something else.
That's exactly
And it's great that sometimes as CEOs, we need this encouragement. We need to know that, this ideal can be tweaked. Maybe this is not the ideal moving forward. And I know Jim, I have reached out to him about some ideals I had, and he always questions me, but then he makes me think, okay, this is not quite right.
Sure.
So it's great to have that type of resources.
100%. I mean, this year, our keynote speaker is Ellen Latham, who's the founder of Orange Theory Fitness. And similar to Kendra Scott, like you mentioned, someone who just really scrapped, worked really hard, initially had an idea, it wasn't successful, but just kept on going at it. And when you have women who are in this audience, hearing from another successful woman that, look, I went through the, ropes and, I did what it took, but I didn't give up, it inspires them. And it allows them to kind of say, I want to keep on going. So we try and make sure that we have folks who can connect with the people in the audience. And we do a great job of convening and connecting. That's really one of the outcomes of the Female Founders Forum, is that women are now connected. There's a community, and you've planted a seed of belief. And there'll be opportunities for them to connect with funding, resources. And so I think we've done a really good job of that. And we do hope to expand and build as the years continue on.
That's great. Yeah. So for anyone who is not familiar with Female Founders Forum, it is March 3rd, correct, this year?
That's right, March 3rd.
Okay, right. March 3rd at UNF. And tickets are still available.
Tickets are still available. They're selling out really quickly. So we encourage you to get yours online right now. We do have a couple of vendor tables that are still available. So if anyone wants to do that, that's also an option for you as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And so if someone wants to learn more about the programs, if they want to get tickets for PS27 for the Female Founders Forum, FFF, how do they reach out to you?
Sure. So we've got our website up. It's www.ps27foundation.org. That should lead you to an Eventbrite page, and the Eventbrite has all of the tickets that are currently available. And again, in addition to individual tickets, we do have corporate tables and exhibitor spaces. I'm not sure that those are going to be available, the corporate tables, but exhibitor spaces and individual tickets still are available. So again, as of this conversation, so hopefully you get there fast before they sell out.
Okay. And for these events, do you also look for volunteers or things like that? Because I know a lot of people, I work with a lot of different people, and they're always looking for volunteer opportunities. So is that on the website also?
That's a great question. Yeah. So we do have volunteer forms on the website. You can go to the website and fill out your form. We have different sort of assignments, if you will, that people can sign up for, and you'll get trained. You'll have an opportunity to meet our team on Zoom and also do an on-site training. So you'll be prepared and feel comfortable doing your role. So we'd love to have folks come out. I think it's a great opportunity to be in the room, but also to kind of give back if that's something you're interested in as well.
Okay. And once again, the website is ps27foundation.org.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
Emmanuel, thank you so much for sharing information about the foundation. It's going to be so successful. It's just such a great addition to Jacksonville.
I appreciate that, Wendy. It's such a pleasure to be here to start this new journey, and we're excited about what's possible. So thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. And Emmanuel Fortune with PS27 Foundation. Once again, to learn more about the organization, please go to ps27foundation.org or iwannabuzz.com, and we'll see you next time on Buzz TV.